This is about the T-maxx with the BB engine that I put the big block in, the Picco .26. Anyway, the plastic drive shafts won't work with it, so I put some metal drive shafts in there, and I have the extended chassis, and this is basically a little footnote for any of you guys out there that have the newer T-maxx with no reverse and extended chassis that might be thinking about putting a big block motor in it. Traxxas nor anybody makes a metal center CVD kit for this particular T-maxx as of yet. I mean, I called Traxxas and they just didn't think anybody would put a big block in a T-maxx with the extended chassis and the thicker chassis, so I don't know. I think that they're just kind of retarded over there. They probably will come out with something in the near future, probably in the next few months I would imagine, but as of right now they don't have anything. And this is what happens, and I don't know if my camera will be able to illustrate it, but this is the second drive shaft, the second plastic drive shaft anyway that I put on, and this has got about 3 tanks on it. I drove about 3 tanks on it. I wasn't even driving it very hard, and maybe if you can see there, you can see how it's stretching out the plastic right there on the joint. Anyway, it's not that prevalent in this. That's maybe a little bit better on this side. You can see it, and eventually what will happen is probably another couple tanks, and it will just snap right off with the big block motor. And this is the Revo style drive shaft too. This is the 3.3 Revo style plastic telescoping drive shaft. As you can see, it's just not equipped to take a big block motor. Well, anyway, back to this. So they don't have a metal drive shaft for the extended chassis. So what I did was, and what you can do, and this worked out pretty well for me, is that this is a metal drive shaft kit for a Revo 3.3. It's the RD Logistics one, but I'm not saying you'd have to use RD Logistics. It's just the one I chose. They're about $25 for a set of them, and you may be able to find them cheaper. I don't know. And I just had those little blue rubber boots left over, so I put them on that end, and it comes with the black boot that goes on that end, and I greased the joints a little bit and put the boots on there, so hopefully they'll stay. You know, they'll keep for a while. Anyway, they're a lot stronger than the plastic ones. And the thing about this kit is that one of the shafts, the short of the 2 shafts, will work either on the front or the back. Apparently, on these extended chassis, you've got about the exact same distance from the rear differential to the transmission as from the front differential to the transmission. So one of the shafts will work right out of the box. Now, you can do one of 2 things. You can either buy 2 kits and use the shorter shaft out of both of them, or you can go down the route that I did and you can buy 1 kit. And then I know a welder that has a welding shop right down the street from me, and so I took him both the shafts and told him I'd want both the shafts to be the same length. And what he did was he took the longer of the 2 shafts and he cut some of the material out and he re-welded it, and he even scrubbed it out. Now granted, the shaft is not perfect. It has a slight wobble in it, but the way the dog bones slide in and out of the sleeve, the cup, it hasn't caused any problems with you yet. And I've drove about three tanks on it. The only problem I ran into after driving the 3 tanks on it was that the brake pads both started separating from the calipers, and I had to re-glue them to the calipers. I actually lost one out in my yard, and after walking around for about 10 minutes I actually found it, and then I fixed it instead of buying a new one. So that's something to look forward to too. The Traxxas doesn't glue the pads to the calipers very good. So anyway, this metal drive shaft seems to be working good, and you know, otherwise I'd be replacing the drive shafts every 4 or 5 tanks of fuel. I would have had to replace the plastic drive shafts. So this is the way I went, and you can see down in there that RD Logistics kit also comes with, you know, the metal cup with the pins in it that go right into your middle disc brake. As you can see it down in there, that rubber boot's strapped to. So that comes with the kit as well. And then you can see right there the material for the disc pads, the disc brakes, both separated from those metal calipers. I don't know if it was heat, but it seemed like the glue that they used was really crappy. You know, I just used some super glue on there, and they seem to be on there a whole lot better than they used to be. But I mean, the old ones, you could just pull them off with your fingers, and now they won't pull off the calipers. So I mean, that's something to think about too. I mean, just to be careful about. I mean, stuff like that will nickel and dime you to death. So anyway, you know, it's just a little short video, a little pitfall I ran into. Maybe that'll help somebody. It took me like a week to figure out what to do. I searched high and low. I called Traxxas, and like I said, nobody makes the metal drive shaft specifically for the extended chassis 3.3 T-maxx with the forward only version, because it's 30 millimeters longer, and it's just sad, really. It's sad that Traxxas would do that. And they're kind of retarded, if you ask me. They make the extended chassis for the Revo, and oh well, we expected people to put the big block in a Revo, but I guess only a retard or an obscure person would put a big block in a T-maxx, I guess, right? So anyway, it worked for me. Maybe it'll work for you.